Hello, friends. Welcome to Wednesday Excerpts. I'm Toni Shiloh. I'm coming to you today to read an excerpt of my novel, The Trouble with Love. It's the first book in my Faith and Fortune series, and I just absolutely love the series. It was so fun to write, and this one might be my favorite. I haven't decided, or it could be book two. Anyways, I decided I'd go ahead and read a little bit from chapter one when my heroine Holiday finds out that her arch nemesis will be staying in her guest room courtesy of her roommate. The house was quiet as I placed my keys in the Venetian glass bowl Octavia had brought back from one of her visits to Italy. Her father ran a winery in the Tuscan countryside, and she spent every summer of her childhood in an honest to goodness villa, which meant we had awesome, authentic Italian pieces throughout our home. I headed for the kitchen and laughed softly. Tori sat on a bar stool, slumped over the kitchen island. Hey, didn't expect you to be awake so early. Tori groaned. Tell me about it. She mumbled into the marble top, cheek pressed against the slab. I'd still be languishing in dream world, but Emmett's coming. I'm picking him up from LaGuardia. Why don't you just send a car? Tori's dad made sure we all had access to a top-notch car service. I thought about it since I had a late night, but she shrugged. You miss your brother. My stomach twisted at the thought of him. Exactly. She sat up, placing her chin in her hand, eyes still closed as if trying to catch a few more winks of sleep. How long will he be in town? I think he said a month. Tori bit her lip and blinked at me. And I might have said that he could stay here. What? Why? Waldorf Emmett Bell, affectionately called Emmett by those who loved him, and Wally by me, who definitely did not love him, that is, was a pain in my side. The feelings he evoked in me were akin to childbirth without the mitigating blessing of a bundle of joy. More like a bundle of woe. His place is getting renovated. There was a delay with his plumbing, so his place isn't finished yet. I held in a groan. Barely. Did Octavia agree to this? Yep. Why wouldn't she? You're the only one who doesn't like my brother. I don't dislike him. I just. Okay, yeah. I kind of loathe him. He was arrogant, pretentious, overbearing, and why did I feel like a thesaurus all of a sudden? Yeah, you do, Hall, and it's okay, I get it. You do? Because even I wasn't sure when my dislike started. Maybe in 7th grade when he pointed out all of my flaws, always emphasizing the dig with a pull of my ponytail. Or maybe his crazy need to be right in every discussion. Or even his self-righteous faith he'd thrown in my face during high school. Not really, she laughed. But as long as you agree to be civil, everything will be good. He'll be in the guest room then? Tori nodded and a little puff of air escaped me. I would just avoid going to the rooftop until he left. It was my second favorite place in the whole house and right next to the guest room, but avoiding Wally and his arrogance was vital. Fine, I'll be civil. Be sure to give him the same talk. I already did. I nodded, feeling somewhat appeased. At least Tori knew the problem wasn't all on me. Oh, your bagels came. She pointed toward the toaster where she'd already placed one inside. Thanks. I grabbed the salmon cream cheese spread from the fridge and slathered it on my everything bagel. I took a bite, closing my eyes as the explosion of flavors greeted my taste buds in a happy dance. When I opened my eyes, Tori and Tavia were staring at me in amusement. What? I mumbled. How do you stay skinny eating all those carbs? Tavia placed a hand on her hip, looking elegant and regal, as if ready to pose for a ballerina photo shoot. Every move she made was filled with the grace of a seasoned ballerina. It was actually a little annoying, since I had the grace of a fawn discovering how to walk for the first time, at least until I got on stage. Once the lights hit my face, I transformed into a pop-singing, Billboard chart-hitting platinum artist. I turned to the question at hand. Me and Carbs have an agreement. They continue to delight me and agree to keep off any unsavory areas of my body. Tori snorted and stood. I'll be back, ladies. You doing something later? I asked, raised an eyebrow in question. Without Wally? It depends. He may want to hang out. Can you do that? If so, we can hit inclusion later. Fine, I grumbled. I really wanted to check out the newest all-night hangout. If I had to put up with Wally in order to do it, I would. So that's my excerpt. It's from chapter one, and you get to see all three of the girls that are in the Faith and Fortune series: Holiday, Torian, Octavia. And of course, you get a hint as to why Holiday cannot stand Wally, as she calls him. Thanks again for joining me for Wednesday excerpts. Again, if you want to purchase the first book, the link is in my bio. Have an awesome day.